Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Yo, what's good, peeps? So this is going to be the big story pretty much until it's a done deal. But Blake Griffin, again, asking for his way out of Detroit, leaves us with, well, what can we get for Blake Griffin? It's something we've talked about for the last year, pretty much for the most part. It's not going to be easy at all because Blake wants to play meaningful games, meaning you have to trade him to a playoff contender, which means they aren't willing to always give up more to win. Whereas a team that's closer, that's on the outside looking in, might be willing to give up a little bit more, which I guess technically that would be a contender too. But I'm just looking at all these playoff teams and like, which team is going to actively want Blake Griffin? And the thing that makes it a little bit more harder to trade him is that you've already publicly stated that you are talking about a buyout. So why would any team that really wants Blake Griffin give up an arm and a leg for him if they notice in a couple days that you're going to buy him out and he'll be a free agent and they can sign him for cheaper? You know what I'm saying? So the Pistons are going to be handicapped here, backs against the wall. I think their best bet right now is to buy Blake out. You know, you're going to have him on the books for the rest of this year and next year anyway. Maybe if you stretch that to a 3 or 4 year deal, kind of what they did with Josh Smith, where he was off the team, but we were still paying him. He was still on the team's payroll. You're going to have to do that with Blake because that's a big contract. I mean, you could pay it all up front if you really wanted to, but I don't think that's the way the Pistons want to do it. They want to have a little bit more coming in. So we'll have to wait and see what the terms and conditions are. They're talking about it right now. Obviously, Blake's not going to be able to play as the team is going to shut him down until he is out of here. But I really think that if he does get bought out, he's going to a team like Brooklyn. He might go to a team like the Lakers since AD is going to miss some time. He said they're going to be reevaluating him in about 2 to 3 weeks. So that's pretty much a month without AD. You need something else too. So then when AD comes back, you bring Blake off the bench and have another playmaker on that team. So I mean, those probably are the two teams I'm looking at that are going to go after him pretty hardcore in the buyout market. I've seen a lot of you guys are tagging me, say that the Mavs should trade it for him, and I full-heartedly agree with that. The Mavs need some help. They've been struggling. A veteran leader like Blake can do a lot for Luka and Kristaps. I mean, he took Saddiq Bey and Saquon underneath his wing, and they're both playing pretty well right now. Obviously, Saddiq Bey winning Player of the Week. Shout out to him. That man, I want to swear it's because I'm so happy for him. But that guy is balling out of his mind right now. And then Sekou, he's been hurt, but now that Blake's off the team, he should get an uptick in minutes. So it's like the two guys under Blake Griffin's wing here are going to get a lot more looks and a lot more opportunities. So going to a team like Dallas and doing that for Luka or Kristaps, he's not going to hurt their minutes. He's going to be an on-the-court coach. That could help them out a lot. There's so many other teams that, you know, could want him, but I just don't think we're going to get a whole lot. Like, if we did trade for Dallas, like, what does Dallas have that we are going to want? Because if you trade Blake, you're going to have to package him with something else. Because straight up Blake Griffin, it's not going to work. You're not going to get Kristaps Porzingis in return for him. You're probably going to package him with fee and maybe a second rounder and try to ship him off that way if you're going to trade him. So it's like, who do the Pistons want to build around? Do they think Mahaluk's a guy here? Probably not. So they might be okay dealing him. But I don't really know who else is going to be interested on the trade market. His value is solely going to be on the buyout market. Once he becomes a free agent, more and more teams are going to want him. It's just that contract's so big that none of these teams are going to give you what you want for him. And I said what we gave up for him was a lot. You're not going to get anything real close to that. And if we do, I would be telling people to put Troy Weaver in the National Basketball Hall of Fame for pulling off that move. So we're in the end game now. We got to patiently wait and see what happens. But like I said last night, who do you guys want Blake Griffin to go to? Do you think we can trade him, or do you think the only thing we can do is buy him out, and that's the best bet? Leave your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns down below in the comments. Instagram, Twitter, DSM members, all in the description. Check it all out. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.